to Israel-related policies. On the 30th local time, The Guardian reported that Alexander Smith, a senior advisor at United States Agency for International Development, or USAID, resigned after the agency cancelled his report on Palestinian health. He criticized USAID's inconsistent humanitarian approach and treatment of Palestinians, citing concerns about unequal recognition of human rights and gender principles. Stacey Gilbert, a senior official at the State Department's Bureau of Population, Refugees and Migration, resigned on the 28th, accusing the department of disregarding expert advice and tampering with a report to Congress on Israel's adherence to international humanitarian law. Time now for the weather. It is currently 22 degrees Celsius and clear. It will average around 20 degrees this evening. That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A long time ago, there was a mother with 2 sons. She worried every day because of their businesses. The older son sold umbrellas and the younger son sold fans. On sunny days, she would worry, thinking the umbrellas won't sell because it's such a nice day. And then on rainy days, she would fret, saying the fans won't sell because it's raining. One day, a neighbor suggested she should think differently. And he said, instead of worrying, why not see the positive side? On hot days, fans will sell well, and on rainy days, you can be happy that umbrellas are selling. It really depends on how you think, doesn't it? Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off the show with the recipe song by Milk.
The resting place where all our dreams can hide. Oh, the gates are grand and decorated, and it seems as though they'll open to a magic world where we can go. I hold the steering wheel and drive the car on the winding road that leads to where you are. It's so unexpected, I'm the dreamer, you're the waiting one.
That was the recipe song by Milk. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to For Your Busan. I am David Kim. Now, how often do you guys check the weather forecast? Do you check the forecast before you leave the house to make sure that you might need an umbrella so you could take an umbrella or proper dress for the weather? Or do you check the weather as soon as you wake up in the morning? I think I usually check the weather forecast as soon as I wake up so that I know what I should be wearing throughout the day so I can dress appropriately and prepare for the day as well. Interestingly, the weather has different effects on people. People's activities and their moods as well, and this has been scientifically proven. Sunlight is known to boost serotonin levels, which can help improve our mood and energy levels, and conversely, cold weather can make us feel sluggish and slow, right? And low as well. And in addition, bad weather can exacerbate existing conditions such as depression and anxiety. So, do you tend to change your mood depending on the weather? And I noticed that my mood does kind of change with the weather. I feel more energetic on sunny days and more lethargic when it's cold or cloudy or even raining. And since various events and outdoor activities often need to consider the day's weather, the weather forecast plays an important role for a lot of us. However, many people typically think that weather forecasts are not very accurate. And nowadays, it seems we can expect more accurate weather forecasts compared to the past due to the technological advancements. Now, according to the Busan Meteorological Administration, as of yesterday, the weather advisory areas in Busan have been subdivided for announcements as well, something that we should keep in mind. They explained that to respond to the rapidly increasing hazardous weather due to climate change, Busan's weather advisory area has been divided from one zone into three zones: the East, Central, and West Busan. And this allows for more detailed weather advisories relevant to the specific area that you're in, enabling better preparation for changing weather. And with these more localized advisories, residents can receive timely and accurate information to help them stay safe and plan their activities more effectively. And this improvement in weather forecasting underscores the importance of adapting to climate change and the benefits of technological advancements in meteorology. Meteorology, that's a very difficult word. Anywho, weather today is pretty nice. It's clear. The air quality is good the last time I checked, and the afternoon highs was mid to high 20s, which is great weather to be out and out for walks and stuff like that. Well, today's text topic is something related to weather. How do you predict or know the weather for tomorrow? Do you look at the sky? Do you look at the clouds? Or do your knees hurt, your back, your joints start to feel pain? Or do you just watch the news to know the weather for tomorrow? 여러분은 어떤 방법으로 내일 날씨를 예측하시나요? 무릎이 쑤시면 비가 온다. 아니면 밖에 지렁이가 나오면 비가 온다. 아니면 그냥 테레비나 핸드폰으로 날씨 예보를 보시나요? How do you know the weather for tomorrow? Text me and let me know if you have any secret ways, your own secret ways of knowing the weather for tomorrow. Pound 9050, 샵 9050. That's where you can send in your messages. It'll cost you 101 per text message. You can also add us on Kakao Talk. Search for 부산영어방송 and chat with me through Kakao Talk, or join me live on YouTube because we are streaming live right now. Come join in on the fun and chat away in the live chat box. Now, in today's show, we also got daily segments and weekly segments, starting off with Busan Is. And this segment is where we get to look into all the reasons that make Busan such a wonderful place to live in. And we'll bring you the latest updates, the news, insights in the Busan News Information segment with our 6 p.m. news anchor Hong Dang coming in. We also have DJ David's Journal, which is short for David's Journal. Well, that's what I just said. You get to discover what caught my eye today, and it's our chance to share innovative and creative sparks with you, igniting inspiration and curiosity. We also have Busan Life Solutions, real-life advice and answers from experts for expats living in Busan, providing solutions to everyday challenges. In the second half, we have On the Mic. We get to listen to the stories of Busan locals who were interviewed on the streets. We also have our daily quiz segment. And we have My Home, My Busan. We get to listen to the stories of foreigners residing in Busan as they embark on a journey to learn the Korean language and the culture. 네, 문자 많이 참여 부탁드리고요. Because today is Friday, you have a chance to win coffee coupon plus a chicken coupon. So participate today and perhaps you could win and take home one of the two prizes for today. All right, we got some good afternoon messages from our listeners, including Cake Like Tunim, Sangmin Parknim, Ponim Kosunim, Aina Zylanim, and Jenny-nim. Welcome to the show, guys. Let's have fun today. Text in what your thoughts are and your responses to how you know the weather for tomorrow. 내일의 날씨 예보 어떻게 아시나요? 혹시 몸에서 주는 사인이 있나요? 아니면 you look at the clouds, you look at the skies and kind of see what kind of direction the wind is and check the humidity levels. You have your own special way of knowing the weather for tomorrow. Let me know. That'll be cool, like a wizard or a witch. We'll go right into our first segment, Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for our first daily segment, Busan Is, and for that we have Hong Dang in the studio.
안녕하세요.
Good
반갑습니다.
afternoon.
네, 우리 데이빗 5월 잘 보내셨나요?
5월
오늘 31일입니다. 우리가 기다리다.
잘 보내고 있습니다.
네.
Yeah.
아직 끝나지 않았다.
Of course,
그렇죠?
we still have 8 hours left.
맞아요.
네,
끝까지 최선을
아직 한
다해서.
8시간, 7시간, 8시간 남아 있습니다.
네.
How about you?
네,
Your May's been good?
좋습니다.
Oh, good.
네.
Are you looking forward to June?
새로운 달을 준비하며 그래 내일부터 뭐 하나 시작해보자 이런 느낌 있잖아요. 그래서
당당하게.
마지막 날 좋아요.
당당하게 5월 마무리 잘 하시고
네.
당당하게 6월 잘 맞이하길 바랍니다.
감사합니다.
All right, so you're here
네.
for Busan Is, which means it is time for us to get updates in the news segment.
네, 부산 피란 수도 유산인 부산항 일부두가 부산시 문화유산으로 등록됐다는 소식입니다. 1911년에 만들어진 부산항 일부두는 부산의 대표적인 근대 유산이자 산업 유산인데요. 1950년 6.25 전쟁 당시 낙동강 방어선을 통해 지켜난 부산으로 들어오는 통로이자 또 전쟁 물자와 구호품이 오가는 국제 협력의 상징적인 공간이었습니다. 175만 명의 유엔군과 200여 척의 상선과 전함, 하루 평균 만여 톤의 물자가 들어오고 피난민들에게 수많은 일자리를 제공한 부산항 일부두가 부산시 문화유산으로 등록됐습니다.
Right, so Busan Port Pier 1, a heritage site of the Busan refugee capital or wartime capital, has been registered as a cultural heritage of Busan City, and the city announced today that it had registered and notified the public of this designation. It was constructed in 1911, and Pier 1 is a representative modern and industrial heritage of Busan. During the Korean War in 1950, it served as a gateway to the land of freedom, protected through the Nakdong River Defense Line, and became a symbolic space for international cooperation where war supplies and relief goods were handled.
오늘 오전 11시 35분쯤 강서구 명지 신도시 식자재 마트 인근 공터에 쌓아놓은 휴대용 부탄가스가 연이어 터지는 사고가 발생했습니다. 다행히 인명피해는 없었지만 주변에 세워둔 차량 10여 대에 불길이 옮겨 붙으면서 큰 폭발음과 함께 불기둥과 검은 연기가 치솟았고 100여 건에 가까운 119 신고가 이어졌습니다. 소방당국은 오전 11시 55분쯤 불길을 잡았는데요. 야외에 쌓아둔 휴대용 부탄가스 더미에서 폭발과 함께 불이 시작된 것으로 보고 정확한 화재 원인을 조사하고 있습니다.
Yes, at 11:36 a.m. this morning, a series of explosions involving portable butane gas occurred in an open area near a food market in Myeongji New Town, Gangseogu, Busan. Although there were no human casualties, thankfully and fortunately, the fire did spread to about 10 nearby parked vehicles. And the explosion was accompanied by a loud bang noise, of course, a pillar of fire and thick black smoke, leading to nearly 100 emergency calls. The scene of explosion was very chaotic, with hundreds of broken portable butane gas canisters scattered with cars burning. The fire was brought under control eventually by the fire department at 11:55 a.m.
영화의 전당은 오는 6월 5일까지 2024년 영화 드라마 로케이션 투어 사업에 참여할 배우를 모집합니다. 영화나 드라마에 등장했던 부산의 명소들을 도보로 여행하는 프로그램인데요. 올해 투어는 9월 26일부터 29일까지 열립니다. 투어 지역은 곽경택 감독의 영화 친구, 또 한국 최초의 좀비 블록버스터 부산행, 드라마 쌈마이웨이와 그냥 사랑하는 사이, 또 현재 촬영이 한창인 코믹 액션 청춘 수사극 굿보이 등의 로케이션 촬영이 진행된 부산 진구와 동구 지역입니다. 투어 참가자들은 영화 속의 명소를 거닐면서 이 배우들의 공연을 보고 당시 상황을 체험할 수 있습니다.
Right, so the Busan Cinema Center announced today that it is recruiting actors for the 2024 movie and drama location tour project until June the 5th. Now, this tour program involves walking tours of famous Busan locations featured in movies and dramas. The tours will take place from September 26th to the 29th this year. The tour areas include locations in Busan Jingu and Donggu, where movies like Kwak Kyung-taek's Friend, the movie Friend, and Korea's first zombie blockbuster Train to Busan were filmed.
부산시의회 의원 연구단체인 온천천 연구포럼이 온천천 국가하천 승격 추진과 통합안전관리 방안 등에 위한 간담회를 열었습니다. 부산 대표 도심 하천인 온천천을 효율적으로 관리할 수 있는 방안을 찾으려고 결성된 모임인데요. 온천천은 주거 밀집 지역의 하천으로 최근 집중호우 때는 안타까운 인명피해도 있었죠. 김형철 의원은 집중호우 때 대비해서 온천천의 안전관리를 더욱 강화해야 한다고 주장하기도 했습니다.
The Oncheon Stream Research Forum, a research group of Busan City Council members, aims to find efficient management methods for Oncheon Stream, a representative stream here in Busan. The forum will conduct meetings, site visits, and policy research to explore ways to improve water quality and implement efficient integrated safety management for Oncheon Stream.
해운대구에 있는 유스 호스텔 아르피나 수영장이 2개월간의 새 단장을 마치고 내일 재개장합니다. 부산도시공사는 지난 4월부터 약 2억 원을 들여서 수조 내부 전체를 도장하고 물탱크를 보수하는 등 수영장 시설물 전반을 고치거나 보완했습니다. 유스 호스텔 아르피나는 청소년 수련시설로 객실과 회의실, 스포츠센터를 갖추고 해운대의 워케이션 명소로 알려지고 있습니다.
Right, so Busan Metropolitan Corporation said today that the youth hostel Arpina swimming pool in Haeundae-gu will reopen on June the 1st after 2 months of renovations. The corporation spent approximately 210 million won since April to change the pool. including painting the entire interior, replacing ceiling structures, repairing water tanks, the lane ropes, and replacing drainage covers as well. Now, Youth Hostel Arpina is known as a popular workation spot in Haeundae, equipped with youth training facilities, guest rooms, conference rooms, and a sports center.
부산시 농업기술센터는 내일부터 2일까지 영도구 조내기 고구마 역사 기념관에서 60가족을 대상으로 고구마 체험 행사를 운영합니다. 이번 고구마 체험 행사는 조내기 고구마의 역사를 홍보하고 도시에서도 쉽게 고구마를 재배하는 방법을 알리는 사업으로 2022년부터 시작됐는데요. 고구마는 1763년 일본에서 조선통신사에 의해서 전해졌고 이듬해인 1764년 부산 영도에서 처음 재배됐습니다. 됐다고 합니다. 조내기 고구마라는 것은 영도에서 재배된 고구마를 뜻하고 영도구 청학동의 조내기로라는 지명을 통해서 우리나라 최초의 고구마 재배지가 영도인 것을 알 수 있습니다.
So the Busan Agricultural Technology Center said today that it will host a sweet potato experience event for 60 families at the Jonegi Sweet Potato History Museum in Yeongdo-gu. From tomorrow until the 2nd. And this event actually began in 2022, aims to promote the history of Jonegi sweet potatoes and teach residents how to easily grow sweet potatoes. Now, the term Jonegi sweet potato refers to sweet potatoes grown in Yeongdo, and the name Jonegi-ro in Cheongakdong, Yeongdo-gu signifies that Yeongdo is the first site of sweet potato cultivation in Korea.
네, 어제 국제 감자의 날이라고 감자 얘기하다가 고구마 얘기도 했는데 오늘 조내기 고구마 부산 영도에서 처음 또 재배됐다고 하니까 오늘 기사가 더 반가웠습니다.
Have you ever tried 조내기 고구마?
아니요.
I've never tried.
제가 알고 먹지는 못해도
There's so many
언젠간,
고구마
그죠?
types. There's like
그죠?
호박 고구마.
고구마 왜?
There's different.
밤고구마.
Yeah, there's different 고구마s.
네, 근데 조내기 고구마 이렇게 딱 해서 제가
Yeah.
본 적은 없는 것 같아서 우리 부산 영도에 이렇게 조내기 고구마가 있는데.
뭔가 부산 프라이드 느껴지잖아요.
그러니까요.
영도구에 가서 조내기 고구마 한번 먹어봐야 되겠습니다.
네, 조내기 고구마.
Yeah.
좀 더 알아놔야 되겠습니다.
Alright.
네, 다음 소식입니다. 부산시가 사상구에 있는 좋은 삼선병원에 장애인 건강검진센터를 개소하고 내일부터 본격 운영에 들어갑니다. 장애인이 국가검진을 편리하게 받을 수 있도록 전문 시설, 장비, 인력을 갖추고 건강검진 서비스를 제공하는 기관인데요. 좋은 삼선병원은 장애인용 화장실과 탈의실 등 장애인 편의시설과 함께 휠체어 체중계, 점자 프린터 등 장애 친화 검진 장비까지 갖추고 있습니다. 부산 농아인협회와 협약을 맺고 수어 통역 서비스를 제공하고 이동 보조 인력도 배치했습니다. 이렇게 부산 장애인 건강검진센터는 부산의료원과 부산 성모병원, 연재 일신병원, 좋은 삼선병원까지 4곳으로 늘었습니다.
The city of Busan said today that it will open a health screening center for people with disabilities at Good Samson Hospital in Sasangu starting tomorrow. The Disabled Health Screening Center is equipped with specialized facilities, equipment, and personnel to provide convenient national health screenings for people with disabilities. So the Good Samson Hospital has facilities for the disabled, including accessible restrooms, changing rooms, as well as disability-friendly screening equipment such as wheelchairs, scales, and braille printers.
네, 부산시 대중교통시민기금은 부산 지역 취약계층 청소년들을 돕기 위한 교통카드를 전달했습니다. 부산시 대중교통시민기금은 기초생활수급자인 고3 학생과 검정고시를 준비하는 학교 밖 청소년 등 취약계층 3,000명에게 10만 원이 충전된 교통카드를 지원했는데요. 편의점과 마트, 영화관 등에서도 자유롭게 사용할 수 있는 카드입니다. 부산시 대중교통시민기금은 자립준비 청년을 위해서 교통카드 1억 원 신규 지원 등 다양한 사회 공헌 활동을 벌이고 있습니다. 2019년부터 매년 취약계층 청소년을 위한 3억 원 상당의 교통카드를 지원하고 있습니다.
So the Busan Public Transportation Citizen Fund said that it will donate transit cards to help youths in need in the Busan area at a ceremony held at Busan City Hall. The fund will provide transit cards, each loaded with 100,000 won to 3,000 youths in need, including third-year high school students on basic living support and out-of-school youths preparing for the high school equivalency exam or GED. And these transit cards can be used freely on buses and subways as well as in convenience stores, supermarkets, and movie theaters.
부산시 자치경찰위원회는 내일 오후 삼락생태공원에서 부산 반려견 순찰대 선포식을 가집니다. 행사에는 반려견 순찰대원과 가족 등 500여 명이 참석할 예정인데요. 부산 반려견 순찰대는 2022년 남구 수영구 거주 25개 팀으로 시작했는데 지난해 남구 수영구, 부산 진구, 사상구 등 4개 구 150개 팀으로 확대됐습니다.
Yes, so the Busan Autonomous Police Committee will hold an inauguration ceremony for the Busan Pet Dog Patrol at Samlak Ecological Park tomorrow afternoon. About 500 people will participate, including patrol members and their families, for the event. Now, the Busan Pet Dog Patrol first began in 2022 with 25 teams from Namgu and Suyonggu. Last year, it expanded to 150 teams across 4 districts, Namgu, Suyonggu, Busan Jingu, and Sasanggu.
네, 오늘 5월 31일입니다. 많은 분들이 아시는 것처럼 오늘은 바다의 날이죠. 네, 5월 24일부터 6월 9일까지 바다중화도로 전해서 연안 정화활동을 비롯한 바다 살리기 캠페인, 각종 포럼 등의 여러 가지 행사가 마련됐는데요. 오늘 해운대구 동백섬 앞 해상에서는 환경운동연합 바다위원회 소속 활동가들이 전국 수족관 5곳에 갇혀있는 20마리의 돌고래류의 방류를 촉구하는 캠페인도 벌였고요. 네, 매년 5월 31일을 바다의 날로 정한 것은 통일신라 시대 장보고 장군이 청해진, 그러니까 중국, 일본과 무역하던 곳을 일컫는 청해진을 설치한 날을 기념하고 또 이 계절이 너무 좋으니까 국민 축제식에 적합하다는 이유에서 만들어졌습니다.
Right. Today being May the 31st, it's the Ocean Day. An Ocean Day, but also May the 24th to June the 9th has been designated as Ocean Week, where various events such as coastal cleanup activities, ocean conservation campaigns, and forums has been and will continue to do so until the 9th during the Ocean Week period.
네, 그리고 오늘 또 세계 금연의 날이기도 합니다. 세계 보건기구가 담배 없는 환경을 만들기 위해서 1987년 제정한 날인데요. 2015년부터 한국인의 흡연 습성을 분석 연구 중인 질병관리청이 100명의 흡연자를 24시간 동안 추적 관찰해 봤더니 다른 나라와는 좀 다른 한국 흡연자들만의 특성을 발견했다고 합니다. 한국 흡연자는 더 자주, 더 많이, 더 빠르게 담배 연기를 흡입하고 있는 것으로 나타났다고 발표했어요. 질병관리청은 2019년 한 해 동안 흡연으로 인해 사망한 사람은 5만 8천 명이 넘고 매일 159명이 담배로 사망했다고 밝혔습니다.
So, anti-smoking day is also today, or smoking Prohibition Day is today as well.
네, 6월 1일부터 또 시작하시면 되죠. 1월 1일에 주로 시작하셨다가 한 3월부터는 다시 조금씩 피는 분들 많이 뵀거든요.
And then starting on June the 1st, you can
세계
try
금연의
stopping
날입니다,
again. Yeah.
네.
So you have another chance to stop smoking starting tomorrow, maybe.
네.
All right. Thank you for the news updates. Also, today's text topic is how you can tell for the weather tomorrow. 내일의 일기예보, 내일의 날씨 예보는 혹시 추측할 수 있는 뭐 나만의 특별한 방법이 있으실까요?
진짜 그 다리가 쑤셔요.
아, 그렇군요.
몸이 좀 무겁고.
네.
아, 그리고 날씨가 미리 나오지 않은 한 2달 쯤에 야외로 나가야지 하고 계획 세웠던 날 있잖아요.
네.
그럼 좀 비가 와요.
아,
약간 경향이.
뭐 재밌는 거
어디 가야지 여행, 네,
그럼 비가
여행해야지.
온다.
네. 비가 올 줄 모르는 아주 이른 시간에 어디 가야지 하면은 뭐 비가 온다. 등산을 하거나 다른 지역에.
Mother Nature telling you to stay home, 홍당당.
아,
맨날 놀러 가니까요.
비가 와도 당당하게 나가겠습니다.
We've had some text messages. 제니님 saying 여기저기 쑤시면 곧 비 오지 않나요? 저만 그래요.
아닙니다.
네,
맞습니다.
근데 저도 그래요. 제가 when I was in my 20s, 20대 때는요.
네.
이해가 안 갔어요.
이제
What do you mean? 맨날 What do you mean? Like 근데
아우.
30대가 넘어가고 이제 중반이 넘어가고 하면 이제 이게 조인트들이 엄청 예민해지더라고요.
아, 맞아요.
The joints start to get they start to talk to the Mother Nature.
네.
And-
어쩌나 이런 대화를 해서 가겠습니다.
네. Yeah, it's the aging, right? Isn't it?
네. 좋죠. 뭐 날씨도 이해고 이거 몸이 얼마나 이게 좋죠. 네,
Right.
좋습니다.
Jang PD also said, I can smell rain. There's always some smell before rain. Jang PD has really sensitive nose, I guess. The olfactory senses.
Yeah.
But also, what I realized in Busan, and depending on where you live, the sewage drainage also have this unique scent
맞아요.
to the water.
그럴 수 있어요.
Yeah.
네, 네.
And also, I think animals too, they behave differently.
네, 네. 그것도 이해가 가는데요.
Yeah. If you like birds,
네.
birds sometimes.
이제 육감이 아니라
predict it.
이제는 뭐 8감, 9감까지 이거 온
맞습니다.
네.
All right. Yeah. Well, have a great weekend.
네,
홍당당.
주말 잘 보내시고요. 월요일에 뵙겠습니다.
Yeah, see you on Monday.
감사합니다.
That was Hong Dang Dang with us giving us daily news updates. Let us know how you can tell the weather for tomorrow. Do you get special signs from the skies? Do you know do you understand how birds and animals react on Earth? Maybe they tell you something. Let us know. I'll go read out some messages. We got a lot of people joining on YouTube Live, so I'll have to read this in just a bit. We'll take a song break and we'll be right back. This is Red Cassette by Mama's Gun.
A red cassette, and my friends thought it was strange that I was stolen away out of the sunshine, making one-man radio shows long into the night. Oh, red cassette, take me back to when it all began. Red cassette, take me back to when it all what she wanted to be. She said it's too late for that. I could see it in her eyes that dreams are just a fantasy. They only lead to regret. So a Shaki's teenage kicks toast another first kiss. Somewhere under the moonlight, I put my headphones on and let the good times roll tonight. Oh, red cassette, take me back to when it all began. Red cassette, take me back to when it all began. Red cassette, take me back to when it all began. Red cassette, take me back to when it all began. Showing the reels back to yesterday, when the promise of youth was an empty page. Now I've made my bed and I'm busy living for tomorrow. Red cassette, take me back to when it all
It is time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, finally, it's the last day of May. I looked at my credit card statement to see how I spent this month, And once again, I was disappointed. How could I have spent so much? I mean, every month when I review my spending on the last day of the month, I'm always surprised. And of course, my spending habits are part of the problem, but it's also because the cost of living keeps rising due to inflation. The cost of living is the cost of maintaining a certain standard of living. It includes housing costs, transportation costs, utilities costs, clothing costs, groceries costs, and healthcare costs. The cost of living is determined by comparing the cost of goods and services in a place, from rent and housing to everything else. Cost of living calculations are used to compare the cost of maintaining a certain standard of living in different geographic areas. And knowing the costs in different cities can help people decide where to live and plan their budget accordingly. And so, researching and comparing the cost of living in different cities is essential to determine which suits one's budget and lifestyle. Every year, some organizations conduct surveys to present the most expensive countries and cities in the world based on their methodologies. Now, diary. Can you guess which country has the highest cost of living around the world? Well, according to the most recent data, that is Switzerland, a scenic place. Well, Switzerland is ranked the highest in the cost of living index. The average cost of living is around $2,500 US dollars to $4,000 US dollars for an individual. And then it's Monaco. The main expense in Monaco is real estate or housing, and on average, the cost of living in Monaco is around $1,900 US dollars. Currently, the cost of living is the biggest concern for the MZ generation worldwide. In a recent survey conducted across 44 countries, nearly half of the respondents from the MZ generation stated that the issue they are most concerned about is the cost of living. So, all factors must always be considered before moving to new places for opportunities such as employment, education, or business. Of course, it's important to think about how to manage the spending or cost of living, but shouldn't people also consider how to enjoy life and to have fun?
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
It is time for Busan Life Solutions. Good afternoon.
Hi everyone. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Good to be back at the studio.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's
네.
the last day of May.
Oh my God.
Does that mean
네.
anything to you?
Not exactly. But summer just around the corner, right?
It is.
네.
Are you excited for the summer?
Well, mostly, but summer in Korea is super duper humid. What I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of Korea summer.
Oh, really?
네.
Which summer are you a fan of? Which country?
maybe
Which area?
Summer in Canada.
Summer
or
in Canada. Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, summer in Canada. Yeah, Canada is usually dry, I feel like, all year round.
Right,
In the
right.
winter, it's especially really dry. Korea's summer, I actually don't mind the humidity. I know, I sweat a lot and I get
Right.
sticky, but I don't mind it.
Oh,
Yeah.
네.
It's weird, isn't it?
So
But
are you looking forward to the summer?
I like summer,
네.
but we'll see.
We'll see.
Every year is a little bit different. So we'll see.
네.
Well, welcome to Busan Life Solutions. This is your segment. And
Right.
in this segment, you kind of walk through questions that expats have.
That's right,
And
that's
then you
right.
also provide solutions.
Exactly. So these days, a lot of non-Koreans are living in Busan, right? Not all of them speak fluent Korean, right? But sometimes things happen unexpectedly, right?
Right.
We don't want that to happen to any of them to them, right? But sometimes they couldn't just avoid them. So I want you to know that the Busan Global Center offers a free consultation service. So if you're having any legal problems regarding your job, marriage, school, etc., you can contact the Busan Global Center. So every Friday in this segment, I'm here to share some of the most frequently asked questions with our listeners.
That's right. And how we do this is I read the question and then Kelly will provide the answers.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead with question number 1.
Right.
Hello, I'm a foreign student with a D2 visa. I recently moved, but I completely forgot to report my move-in. The other day when I talked to my new landlord, she scolded me for not having registered yet. Would it be too much of a trouble if I report it now?
Oh, I hope that, she wasn't scolded a lot, like if like a typical Busan 아줌마 scolds me, like, oh, you didn't do it. Like, oh, 왜 안 했어? 전입신고를 왜 안 했어? Then I must have been really terrified at some point,
It's very
right?
different.
네.
Busan 아줌마 versus Seoul 아줌마.
네.
Just because of the intonation.
Right.
They mean the same.
네.
The intention is the same, but
In my defense.
Busan 아줌mas,
Right.
they have more of an accent.
왜 아직 안 한 거야?
Which is same as 왜 아직 안 했어요?
That's right. Oh, right.
It's the same, right?
Oh, the message they are supposed to intend is the same. But anyways,
Yeah.
whether you're Korean or non-Korean, people in Korea are required to report a move-in within 14 days. If not, they are fined 50,000 won. Well, actually, last time when I moved, I think that I registered it online. However, if reporting it online seems a little too complicated as a foreigner, I highly recommend visiting your 주민센터, which is like a dong office, like a dong 사무소 or like a 주민센터. 네.
Right.
When you visit, please make sure to bring your alien registration card, application form, and the lease contract. And as I mentioned briefly before, as it has been more than 2 weeks, you'll be fined 50,000 won. Other than that, I don't think that there will be any problems.
Did the penalty fee go down? I think it used to be
Really?
higher.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
Then that's a good thing,
Because
right?
I was penalized one time. Yeah, I didn't know I had to
Did
report
your
it.
landlord scold you for not doing it properly too?
I mean, they don't get any penalty. So they have
they
no
don't get-
reason to
네.
be angry at
she,
you.
I think that she wanted to just kind of like let
Help
her know.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
I think the lady or the landlord was really caring about you. That's why
Right.
they scolded you. But yeah, if you don't keep the 14 days, they will fine you, and you just have to pay the fine
That's right.
and do it. But it's best not to pay anything. All right, let's move on to question number 2.
All right.
I am a university student in Romania. I am very excited to move to Busan this summer to be an exchange student for the year. I think I have to get a smartphone as soon as I get there. Do you have any recommendation?
So this person must be super duper excited, So this semester is about to end soon, and we will have a summer vacation, and the
Yeah.
new semester is just around the corner, right?
Exactly.
So let's see what you should do to get your smartphone here in Korea, right? But just heads up before we dive in Korea, your phone number is also used as a personal ID number. So without having a phone number of your own, it can be really difficult to get access to online services like banking and shopping.
That is true.
Right?
Yeah.
So it is really important to have your phone number properly tied to your foreign registration number with your name correctly written, right?
Yes.
So my suggestion is to open a new phone number, to get a new phone at least like 1 month after you arrive in Busan. Well, so during the period, you will have to complete your health check, get your foreign registration certificate, and open a bank account. And so during the period, consider using a temporary phone with a temporary SIM card before you get a new phone. How about that?
Well, I cannot imagine
네.
living in Korea with a temporary phone. I'm just so used to having a phone.
Phone of
that's-
your own,
Like you
right?
said, it's used as a ID
Right.
identification.
Online especially, right?
So if you don't have that, I would feel I feel like I'm missing something, right? Yeah.
So after you decide on telecom providers, you will have to visit a 대리점, which is a retailer, right? So in Korea, we have 3 different telecom providers, which is SK, LG, and KT. Most of their contract lasts for 2 years and divided into 24 monthly billing plans. You have mentioned it before once, right?
Yeah.
But this person said that this person will be here in Korea for 1 year. I think that this person have to look at, different contract plans.
Yeah, you might have to do some research as well. And also, when you do visit the retailers, it's best to bring a friend who can speak Korean, just so that you can properly understand how the whole process is going to be handled.
Right. Like you mentioned, I think that it's a good idea to bring a Korean friend or a friend who can speak good Korean, right? Or when you visit a retailer, make sure to bring your passport, alien registration card, and a bank book. The reason that you need to bring your bank book is that because the bank book is needed to set up an auto payments.
Right.
And some stores struggle with serving foreign residents because they are not really experienced when it comes to this. But setting a smartphone service for non-Koreans can be a little bit difficult, for them. So I recommend looking online to find some good stores to visit.
Yes. All right. So some good tips to keep in mind. Let's move on to question number 3. I know this is a silly question, but I enjoyed my recent visit to Busan, but was shocked at how high the Busan Harbor Bridge is. Why is it so high?
This,
It's a
this
bridge.
person said that it was a silly question, but that was a question that I always had all the time too,
Oh, really?
Oh, so that is one of the tallest bridges in Busan, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this or not, but last year someone made headlines, after realizing how high the Busan Harbor Bridge was.
Right.
And the driver refused to continue driving
I
across
saw
it.
that video too, the dash cam video.
Exactly.
Please don't do that. It's dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you've been to the Busan Harbor Bridge or Busanhang 다리, Busanhang 대교,
yeah.
right. You would understand what I mean. So in order to enter the Busan Harbor Bridge from Yeongdo, bound for Namgu, drivers will have to take a one-way road all the way up to the top, right? The person who made headlines stopped almost at the top, right?
Oh, they stopped at the top. Oh, I thought they stopped at the bottom.
In the middle?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
But you should never stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what happened? Drivers behind her gave her an encouraging message, like, "Oh, you can do it, slowly, let's go together."
Yeah.
So. But that was really a rare occurrence because people in Busan are somehow notorious for being an aggressive drivers. Right. So that was a very a rare occurrence. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that the bridge was constructed to be very high so the ferries and boats could pass underneath it.
Yeah, usually when bridges are high, it's usually for the clearance. So maybe ships with cargo too can pass under it as well, which could also be dangerous if the ships go off route and hit one of the pillars.
Sure.
Massive accidents can occur.
Right.
But usually the reason why the bridges are built so high is for the clearance, the height clearance. But yeah, hopefully if you have a chance to go on buses as well, it's also a nice sight to see.
Oh, like that double-decker?
I don't know if I've seen double-decker buses go up that little,
okay. All right.
the little
네.
what do I call it, ramp.
네.
But if you have an SUV, you have a higher
네.
view, so it might be cool. But if you're scared of heights, definitely avoid going on the bridge.
Sure.
All right, thank you so much. That's all the time we have for now for the Busan Life Solutions. Hopefully, we got some answers. We got some answers to some questions.
Okay.
Hope you have a great weekend.
Oh, you too. And you too, listeners.
Thank you for coming in. And we'll see you next week.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Kelly with us for Busan Life Solutions. If you've got any questions, all you have to do, hopefully it's not if you got legal questions and you need answers, you can just call the Busan Global Center. They will help you out for that. And Kelly usually tells us the number to call. I forgot the number. Can you bring up the mic for Kelly once again? What's the number?
네, 2577-7716.
That's the number. So if you've got any legal counseling help, call that number. We'll take a song break to end this hour. We'll be back at 5. Don't go anywhere. The song is I Want to Grow Old With You by Westlife.
But now I know how much it means for you to stay right here with me. The time we spend apart will make our love grow stronger. But it hurts so bad I can't take it any longer. I wanna grow old with you. I wanna die lying in your arms. I wanna grow old with you. I wanna be looking in your eyes. I wanna be there for you, sharing in everything you do. I wanna grow old with you. 1,000 miles between us now. It causes me to wonder how our love tonight remains so strong. It makes our wrists right all along. The time we spend apart will make our love grow stronger. But it hurts so bad I can't take it any longer. I wanna grow old with you. I wanna die lying.
새로운 다우니. 건조기를 사용하면 섬유유연제 향기가 사라진다고요? 깜짝 놀라실 거예요. 다우니는 건조기를 사용한 후에도 향이 오래오래. 그래서 입는 순간까지 다우니 7일간 피어나는 향수 다우니.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Hello, my name is Naomi from Tanzania. I came to Busan 5 years ago on a university professor scholarship. When I first came, I was impressed by the variety of tourist attractions, ranging from a number of downtowns, beaches, museums, and Busan has it all. Also, there are some beaches in Tanzania, like Busan, but the beaches here in Busan have more diversity. In Tanzania, the beaches always look the same, but here you can enjoy the charm of each season of beaches and seas throughout the year, which I liked. I also had a chance to introduce Tanzanian food to Busan citizens at one of the Busan's big experts event, Global Gathering. Especially, I found out the similarity between Tanzanian snack, mandazi, which is a deep-fried bun, and Busan hot dog. So, I wish I could bring the whole city of Busan to my hometown once I return to my hometown. Global City Busan, we are in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, 부산영어방송.
나 정상훈. 밀고 당기는 밀당의 고수지만 버스 등받이는 당겨 앉는 반전 매력. 운동하며 흘린 땀을 사랑하지만 헬스 기구에 묻은 땀은 꼭 닦아주는 반전 매력. 연기할 땐 거침없이 선을 넘지만 주차할 땐 절대 선을 넘지 않는 반전 매력. 이런 게 바로 지킬 건 꼭 지키는 반전 매너. 나부터 더 매너 있게, 서로에게 더 매력 있게. 공공장소 매너 함께 지켜주실 거죠? 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산. Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
안녕하세요, 티나입니다. 부모가 가져야 할 태도는 무엇이라고 생각하십니까? 오늘은 아동발달 전문가이자 자녀 교육 분야의 베스트셀러 육아 멘토를 모셨습니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요. 만나서 반갑습니다.
네, 자기소개 부탁드립니다.
네. 저는 현재 고등학교 1학년 아이를 키우는 사춘기 딸 엄마 이현정입니다.
반갑습니다.
네.
네, 우리 작가님께서는 언제부터 아동발달과 육아에 대해서 관심이 있으셨나요?
네. 모두가 다 어떤 일을 행하는 데 있어서 계기가 있죠. 저 자신 같은 경우에는 되게 행운이라고 생각할 수 있는 부분이 이 대목이에요. 저는 좀 평소 어떤 일이 생길 때 늘 답을 구할 때 책을 좀 읽는 편이었어요. 네네. 그래서 저희 아이 돌 전후에 너무 고민이 많은 거예요. 그때 자녀 교육서를 좀 많이 읽었는데 그때 당시에 제가 칼비태 자녀 교육법이라는 책을 읽었습니다. 네. 근데 거기에 몬테소리 교육이라는 게 있더라고요. 네. 그게 제 육아의 전환점이었던 것 같아요. 네.
그러셨군요. 그럼 지금까지 가장 힘들었던 육아 경험에 대해서 공유해 주신다면요.
네. 지금 제가 육아 15년 차죠. 네. 그때 중에 어떤 일이 제일 힘들었을까 제가 지금 떠올려 보니 그래도 신생아 때가 제일 아니었나 싶어요. 그 이후에도 힘든 순간이 정말 없었다면 거짓말이겠죠. 근데 그때 당시에 제가 막 눈물을 흘리면서 육아를 했던 게 지금도 생생할 정도로 참 떠올랐던 순간이 아닌가 싶습니다.
그렇군요.
네네네.
작가님께서는 좀 파워 블로거시기도 하시잖아요. 블로그에 보면은 많은 부모들을 위한 교육, 특히 초등, 중등, 고등 안내서를 나눠서 알려주신다고 들었습니다.
네네.
네, 그 특별한 이유가 있으신가요?
아이들이 자라나는 가정을 보면은 어떻게 보면 하나의 그 성인으로 가는 가정이라고 할 수 있지만 네. 각 시기별로 아이들이 보여주는 특성들이 있습니다. 초등 시기, 유아 시기, 중등 시기, 고등 시기에 각 아이들이 해야 될 과업이 있습니다. 그걸 잘 이끌어주는 게 또 부모의 역할이잖아요. 네. 그런 거를 잘 하실 수 있도록 제가 블로그에 꾸준하게 글을 연재하고 소개하고 있습니다.
그러면 초등 때 과업은 어떤 걸까요?
우리 아이들이 지금 초등식이 정말 중요하죠. 네. 아이를 키우는 가정 중에서 가장 안정된 시기라고 할 수 있는데요. 네. 이때는 그 어느 때보다 스스로 잘하는 자립심을 키워가는 게 가장 핵심이라고 저는 생각을 해요. 아이가 스스로 할 수 있는 아주 사소한 것들 있죠. 네. 그런 것들이 이제 성취감을 느끼면서 아이가 나 스스로도 나는 꽤 괜찮은 사람이야 라는 자존감을 키워가는 거죠.
우리 중등 때 중요한 과업은 무엇일까요?
네, 중등하고는 또 초등 고학년하고 조금 같이 묶어서 생각을 하시면 좋아요.
네.
왜냐하면은 어머님들께서도 지금 많이 고민을 하고 힘드신 부분 중에 이제 아이가 사춘기에 접어들었을 때
네.
어떻게 대화를 하고
네.
어떻게 이 아이를 이끌어줘야 되나 하는 고민을 되게 많이 하시거든요.
네.
그러니까 중학교 때는 아이들이 거의 18번처럼 내가 알아서 할게라는 말을 매일 합니다. 그러니까 그런 아이의 그런 특성을 이해를 하고요.
네.
스스로 할 수 있는 기회를 다양하게 주면서 이 아이가 생활 습관을 단단하게 키워가는 연습 시간이라고 생각을 해주시면 좋아요. 그러니까는 초등 시기에는 아주 기초적인 것이었다면
네.
중학교에는 아이가 디테일하게 자기 스스로 해보고 자기 주변을 챙기고 이런 부분들을 다양하게 경험을 하면서 자연스럽게 공부 습관까지 이어가는
네.
그런 과정을 완성하는 게 중학교에 가장 중요하다고 생각하는 부분입니다.
그렇군요.
네.
고등학생들을 위한 가장 중요한 과업은 무엇일까요?
네. 저희 딸이 지금 고등학교 1학년입니다.
네.
현재 아주 치열하게 고등학교 생활을 하고 있는데요.
네.
고등학교에 아이가 접어들면 무엇보다 가장 중요한 게 스스로 책임을 배워가는 거라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 왜냐하면은 아이들이 너무 귀하게 큰 아이들이 대부분이 많죠. 요즘에 대부분 아이들이 그렇죠.
네.
그럴 때 내가 스스로 해낼 수 있다는 믿음을 우리 아이에게 부모님이 주신다는 거.
네.
그게 가장 중요한데 그거 자체가 스스로 해보고 역할을 수행하면서 책임을 지고 문제가 생겼을 때는 내가 어떻게 이거를 헤쳐가야 되는지에 대해서 배워가는 거라는 시기라고 생각하시면 되는데요.
네.
그래서 부모님들께서 얘가 이렇다 실패하면 포기하면 어쩔까 고민을 되게 많이 하세요.
네.
근데 그럴 때일수록 실패가 아니라
네.
성공으로 가는 경험이 쌓여가는 거다. 그런 메시지를 우리 아이들이
네.
단단하게 자기의 자존감으로 연결할 수 있게 해주시면 자신의 삶을 멀리까지 내다보면서 건강하게 성장할 수 있을 거라고 생각을 합니다.
그러면 초등 친구들은 자립심,
그렇죠.
그다음에 중등 친구들은 스스로 할 수 있는 기회를 제공하고 고등학교 때는 자기의 행동에 대해서 책임을 질 수 있는
네,
그런
네.
과정 이런 부분을 알려주시는
그렇죠.
거네요. 너무 정말 좋은 팁이 아닐까 싶습니다.
감사합니다. 네.
우리 작가님께서는 사실 베스트셀러 작가이시기도 하시잖아요.
감사합니다.
네, 작가님의 책에 대해서 소개해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
네. 그 첫 번째 책이 제가 기다린 육아라고 막 시작하는, 그러니까 제가 육아 때 신생아 때 너무 힘들었던 그 경험을 우리 이제 초음안들이 얼마나 힘드신지 제가 알기 때문에 돕고 싶은 마음으로 작성하기 시작한 게 기다린 육아고요.
네.
그리고 이제 저희 아이가 초등을 가고 나서 습관의 힘이라는 책을 많은 선생님들과 공저로 작성을 했습니다.
네. 그리고 마지막
네. 1년 전에 출간을 했고 현재까지 많은 부모님들께서 사랑해 주셔서 베스트셀러로 지금 올라가 있는 사춘기 딸에게 힘이 되어주는 부모의 말공부라는 책이 있습니다. 제 책을 읽은 독자님들께서 정말 두고두고 옆에 놓고 봐야 되는 책이다고 하실 정도로 많은 사랑을 해주시고 계셔서 너무 감사한 마음을 가지고 늘 있습니다.
근데 아이도 엄마를 굉장히 자랑스러워할 것 같습니다.
엄마가 이런 생각을 하는 거를 다른 부모님들도 같이 안다면은 친구들이 더 편안하고 행복한 사춘기를 보낼 것 같다라는 얘기를 해주더라고요.
그래서 감동적이네요.
네, 너무 뭉클했습니다.
우리 작가님의 마지막 구호는 무엇일까요?
저는 부모의 기다림은 아이의 자립심으로 이어진다. 부모님들 화이팅!
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Tina, for the awesome interview. The interviewee was Lee Hyun-jung, a popular blogger, best-selling author in the field of child education, and she became interested in child development and parenting through her own parenting experiences, specifically discovering some particular method, the Montessori method. And she shares that the newborn stage was the most challenging part of her parenting journey. And she provides tailored coaching for parents based on different developmental stages, fostering independence in elementary school children, building confidence and academic connections in middle schoolers, and instilling responsibility in high schoolers. And her books include Waiting Parenting for New Moms, The Power of Daily Habits for Elementary Kids, Parenting Tips for Helping Adolescent Daughters. And her closing message emphasizes that a parent's patience fosters a child's independence. So patience is key. All right, amazing. Great interview. Thank you, 이현정님 and Tina, for the great interview. You're listening to For Your Busan. It's a show that airs from 4:05 to 6 p.m. every single day, including weekends. And I am your host, David Kim. Today's text topic was about how you can tell what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. 내일 일기 예보를 혹시 뉴스로 통해서 보시나요? 아니면 몸에서 주는 sign, 신호가 있을까요? How do you know the weather for tomorrow? Share us your thoughts, your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050. That's 문자 message. It'll cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or YouTube Live. We've had earlier Aina Zylanim tuning in and texting in saying that they don't look at news weather forecasts usually. 보통 일기예보를 잘 안 봐요. 직장 동료들과 종종 이 장래에 미래에 있는 날씨가 어떨지에 대해 토론을 합니다. Ooh, that's really interesting. You guys have debates. You guys have conversation on what the weather's going to be like in the future. 그래서 항상 날씨 변화에 대해서 잘 알고 있어요. That's really cool. 저는 주말이면 밖에 나가기 전에 비가 오는지 날씨가 화창한지 창 밖을 봐요. 물론 추운 계절에는 거리 온도계를 사용하여 온도를 확인하고 필요한 경우 따뜻하게 입고 나갑니다. Okay, so you hardly ever rely on news media outlets for weather forecasts. Instead, you talk it out with your friends to see how it's going to be like. You look at the thermostat, the thermometers. You also look at the skies, and what the wind's gonna be like, and etc. That's really cool. My dad also, he looks at the sky and the clouds sometimes and be like, oh, it looks like it's gonna rain tomorrow or things like that. Sometimes he's better than the weather forecaster, so it's really cool. Let's see. Jabronim tuning in. Good afternoon. Saying 요즘은 날선 요정을 통해 날씨를 듣고 있어요. What is 날선 요정? Is that Steve? It's Steve Nam. For what's that show? All Star English show, the show that comes after this show. Steve, is he accurate with the weather forecasts? I don't know. I wouldn't quite trust 날선 요정 for 날씨. I'd rather trust the internet more. But yeah, hopefully you can also look at other resources for the weather forecast as well. Yeah. 아이나 자이라님 saying 어제 날씨가 너무 더웠어요. 30도 넘었어요. 그리고 밤에는 비가 내렸고 엄청 쌀쌀해졌어요. The weather can be very fickle these days all around the world as well. I think with the climate change, the global warming and everything all mixed up together, especially between seasons, right? 이 계절이 바뀌는 이 시기 때는 날씨가 진짜 추웠다가 더웠다가 하니까 please take care of your health and wear layers that you can take off or put on depending on the temperature. Alright. 아니에요. 스티브가 본인이 아니랬어요. 고수님 saying Steve did not say he is 날선 요정, I guess. I don't know. Let's not talk about 날선 요정. This is For Your Busan, not All-Star English, but thank you for that message there. I'm going to have to ask Steve later on if he's accurate with the weather forecast or not. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Green River by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 나चे क्यों पागल stupid man.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-ra, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 나चे क्यों पागल stupid man.
It is time for Zubi Dooby, which means it is time for our daily quiz segment. Every single time you hear that song, you know it's time for you to get your phones ready, to type in the answers, get your listening skills ready, and ready to participate and win a prize or two, right? It is time for our quiz segment. Every single day, we have different types of quizzes. We have one where you have to guess a number that's closest to the answer. One where I'll be reading you reviews that people have written about a place, about a person, about a thing related to Busan. Maybe listen to some hints where you have to guess a city that is related to Busan. But today, TGIF, 불금이죠. 불금 이 금요일 Fun Friday에서는 I get to eat food, and you have to guess what food I'm eating. And I'll be describing you this food and telling you some facts about the food, maybe nutritional information, as well as let you hear the sound the food can make. It could be the packaging, it could be me eating the food as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be describing how it looks from the outside. 겉에서 봤을 때 어떤 모양새인지 일단 한번 설명을 해드리겠습니다. ASMR 퀴즈입니다. 참고로 문자는 샵 9050 pound 9050. It'll cost you 100 won to send in a text message or a Kakao Talk message or YouTube Live. From the outside of it, the packaging, you can't see it, right? Okay. It's in plastic packaging. Plastic wrapping이 돼 있습니다. It's not that hard to open. 뜯기는 뭐 그렇게 어렵지는 않고요. But you have to be careful because when you open the package, it could go everywhere. So you have to do this. Can you switch the angle? So what you usually do with this packaging, you have to do this. You have to do that so you have all the content on one side. Right? And then you rip it open. Did you hear that? I can only do it once. So if you missed that sound, you have to rewind and listen to it. But nice and short and quick, right? And then let me take a whiff. Let me smell this. Okay, it smells, smells like sauce. Sauce of some sort. 무슨 소스 같은 향이 나요. 근데 너무 많이 맡으면 이 코 안에 들어갈까 걱정됩니다. So I'm not gonna whiff anymore. Take a smell of it anymore. And speaking of, so you hear this, guys, right? 그죠? 소리가 나죠? It's dissolvable powder. 그래서요, it might be tempting to just put it in your mouth without any water. But instruction이 없네요. But on the other packaging, instructions will tell you to put it in hot water. You must add hot water. But speaking of dissolvable powder, do any of you eat your protein shake without any water? I'm just curious. 갑자기 궁금한 건데요. I know, like when I go to the gym, 헬스장에 가면요, I sometimes see guys. They scoop up their protein powder or pre-workout and they just put it in their mouth without water. You've never seen that, Jang PD? Because you go to the gym like every day. I've seen. Yeah, they don't add it in their tumbler. They just take a scoop of protein powder or take a scoop of pre-workout supplement and just put it in their mouth. Oh yeah, you can switch the mic, the camera angle back on. You've never done that, Jang PD? You've never seen anyone? No. I've seen it so many times. It must be this gym I go to. Maybe they're starting a trend for social media challenge or something. But yeah, I've seen some guys, they take a scoop of pre-workout supplements or something and they just put it in their mouth. And that's what I want to do with this thing that I have next to me. But if I do that, I think it's going to be... Oh, you guys saw it? You guys are very... the camera angle is very kind of low. 단백질 보충제는 아니고요. 그냥 I was talking about a story. But let me describe you the packaging a little more. It's plastic. It's plastic. It's small. It's easy to open. We're gonna listen to. I'm gonna give you more hints. Okay. This particular thing, this food, exports rose 4.7% to $336 million in 2022, according to the Korea Agricultural Trade Information. Now we got some guesses coming in. Cocoa garu. We got some 땡땡 커피, 빵, 밤땡갱, instant noodle, instant coffee. Ooh, lots of great guesses. I love it. Here, one more ASMR before we take a song break. All right. Because I've got the 작가 to make it into a different food ingredient now. 이거를 이제 물에 타면 이제 다르긴 되거든요. Well, that's good. I like it. Yeah. You can switch back on turn back on the angle. 근데 이거는요, if I just have one sip, 계속 침이 나와요. Like, I would have to keep drinking it or taking more of it. I have to have more of it. 한 번만으로 부족합니다. 아 뜨거, is that a hint? Oh, I don't know. It could be a curveball, guys. 율무차? Ooh, that's a good guess. We'll take a quick song break. Send in more guesses. We'll be right back. This is Only You by Parson James.
not check your bugger, stupid man. And I need your love, I need you here with me. And I don't care about much else. And I know it's hard for 5 million reasons, but I don't think I could wait. When I'm feeling your love, it's like a wind that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. Only you. Only you. Only you. Only you. And I need someone to lay down beside me, 'cause I can't sleep by myself. And my poor old heart's in 5 million pieces. Now I'm asking for your help. When I'm feeling your love, it's like a wind that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. Only you. that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. Only you. Only you. Only you. Only you.
That was Only You by Parson James. We are in the middle of our quiz segment, and you got to listen to me tapping and hitting the packaging, opening the packaging, and putting it and mixing it with water as well. So we know that much. I think we know that it's some sort of a powder, and when you mix it, it turns into liquid form, soup, or a drink. We got some people texting in 떡볶이, 라면, 어묵탕, and a lot of people, 김조이님 saying, got off work, yay. Jenny님 saying, 저는 너무 배고파요, 꼬르르르륵. One sip, please. And then 주브로님 saying, 배빵빵. I feel like the chat room is full of jampong. It's like people talking different things. But Peggy님 saying, 와, 저는 칼퇴해서 라면 먹어야 되겠어요. A lot of people think it's 라면 or 쫄면. 주브로님 saying 쫄면. We're all kind of hungry. Aina Zylanim saying BCAA, sports food. So when I talked about sports stuff, I was just off topic. Off topic 그냥 갑자기 생각나서 아무 말이나 그냥 스토리를 쉐어한 거고요. It has nothing to do with sports stuff. But if you think it is, well, that's your guess for the answer. Sipping. So I did sip on it. Okay, I'll give you more hints because Kim Joinim saying, please give me more hints. Yeah, we had the camera angle off. That's the packaging. I'm gonna open it. Okay, and I'm gonna pour the content into a container. It's powder flying everywhere. Woo. Okay, we can have the camera angle back on, please. Oh, actually, can I take a sip of this liquid form again? Liquid form, my gosh. Oh, Peggy님. I said eat already. David seems confused after the mistake. Am I confused after the mistake? What mistake? What are you talking about, Peggy님? Jenny님 say 이건 커피다. 재봉리님 saying latte, and 김조이님 saying instant coffee. So, okay, so we got some text messages as well. 0232번님 정답은 믹스 커피입니다. 3733번이 saying 달달한 코코아인가요? And 0232번님 and 3733번님 guessing in. Let's see. 뽐님 saying what to say? 물에 타면은 컵라면인가요? 믹스 커피군요. 물에 탄다고 하니까 라면은 타서 먹지 않으니. Ooh, very 엄청 예리하시네요. You're like a detective. Very logical there. Yeah. Okay, so I have in the cup. Oh, can we? Oh, I can show you the cup. Yeah, you can hear something else in it, right? That's an option. It's a good hint, right? Okay, I'll do it one more time. To narrow down your answers, I think adults like to drink this more than kids. And when kids want to have a sip or two, the mom and dads don't want you to have them until you're a bit older. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. In Korean, it's 4 syllables. 사음절어고요. In English, it's 3. The final product color is light brown. And I personally wouldn't drink more than 2 servings at most at a time. Not because it's a lot of sugar, but another content. Also, this food can also be called stir-jo. Stir-jo. So maybe I'm confusing you guys now. Stir-jo or combined cup-a-jo. Cup-a-jo? All right. Let's take that one last song break and we'll be back to reveal the answer. This is Waving Through a Window by Owl City.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, I'm waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Oh, can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes, we start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, I'm waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Whoa!
Waving through a window by Owl City. Welcome back. We are in the middle of our quiz segment. I think by now a lot of people know the answer. Saying 얼음인가요? 그렇죠. 아까 이 소리 들으셨죠? 얼음 맞습니다. 얼음 in some liquid form. Americano saying 재봉 리님, 카페 라떼 as well. Peggy님, you saw right through me. David's acting looks really desperate, she said. I don't know anything. I think it's coffee as well. And Azylanim saying, yes, you guys are right. It is instant coffee mix. Instant coffee mix가 정답 맞았습니다. 믹스 커피라고 하죠. 한국에서 한국 믹스 커피. 믹스를 이제 다른 말로 stir이라고도 할 수 있고요. 카파 조라고도 많이 하죠. 조라고 하면은 커피. 그래서 stir joe라고 그냥 I just made up a name. No one calls it a stir joe. There's no such thing as a stir joe. It was a play on words. 아재 개그였습니다. 네, 사음절어 믹스 커피. In English, it's mix, which is one, and then coffee, two. So 3 syllables in total. And 브랜드 네임은 저희가 말을 못하니까 땡땡 커피 그 노랑 봉지 맞습니다. 걸렸어요. I was being really careful about not to reveal it, but I think I went like this. And then you can see the yellow color of the packaging. And Peggy님 was like, ooh, it's mixed coffee. It's a 땡땡 mixed coffee. And you got it right. I was caught. I got to be more careful next time. Now, before the late 90s, the Korean ritual of preparing a cup of coffee involved reaching into 3 separate jars for coffee mix powder, creamer, and then sugar. But then with the introduction of this Korean-style coffee mix, the ingredients conveniently were put into one single packaging, calling mix coffee. And soon it just took over. And a lot of people start buying them, and a lot of companies started making them as well. And it's really popular here in South Korea. All right, we'll go right into our next segment after announcing the winner for today's quiz. We're going to give away a chicken coupon to 0232번님. 축하드립니다. Woohoo! Congratulations and enjoy your chicken dinner tonight. We'll go right into our next segment where we have a guest waiting, and so we'll go ahead and introduce her in just a bit.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for My Home, My Busan. We have people from all over the world working and living in this bustling city of Busan. And every Friday, we are joined with a special guest from another country who will be sharing their stories and journey in Busan, who are learning the Korean language and the culture. And we have in the studio a very special guest. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 반갑습니다.
네, 저도 반갑습니다.
네, 자기소개 간략하게 부탁드립니다.
네. 저는 카자흐스탄에서 왔던 누르샤시라고 합니다. 이제 부산에서 현재 7년째 살고 있고요. 이제 부산에 오게 된 이유는 바로 바다 때문이었습니다. 그래서 부산에 바다도 있고 도시도 있다고 보니까 너무 도시 자체가 너무 마음에 들어가지고 그때부터 이제 부산에서 공부를 하고 싶다라는 마음을 먹어가지고 여기 유학 오게 되었던 겁니다.
오, 반갑습니다.
네, 저도 반갑습니다.
그럼 한국에 오신 지는 얼마 정도 됐나요?
7년 됐습니다.
7년이나?
네.
와, 그럼 7년 내내 한국에서 계시면서 공부도 하고 지금은 이제
지금 백수입니다.
지금은 일 안 하시고
네.
일도 하셨고.
네, 졸업하고 나서 이제 학교 졸업을 하고 나서 이제 3년 동안 한국계 회사를 다녔었는데 이제 조금 전에 이제 퇴사를 하고 지금 백수 생활을 하고 있습니다.
와, 근데 한국말 왜 이렇게 잘해요?
아닙니다. 아직도 배울 것이 너무 많습니다.
아니, 한국계 회사에서 한국말로 소통 다 하고 하셨나요?
네, 맞습니다.
와, 대단하십니다.
아닙니다.
와. To work for a Korean company, you need to be not just fluent, but you need to know the culture.
Yes, that's true.
문화도 다 알아야 되고 그 문화와 랭귀지가 뭐 이렇게 다 엮여 있는 게 사실이니까 you have to understand the culture but utilize the culture and the language properly. 와, 근데 진짜 잘하시는 것 같아요. 깜짝 놀랐어요.
아닙니다.
와, 김조이님 saying 나도 백수하고 싶어요. 부럽다.
아니에요. 백수 삶이 그렇게 좋은 것도 아닙니다.
와, 그렇죠. 제니님 just tuning in, saying welcome. 7년 차라니 지금 데이빗보다 더 한국어 잘하시는 것 같은데요.
아니에요.
That's right. 저의 한국어는 한계가 있습니다. 네.
저도 그런 것 같습니다.
You're so humble, but your Korean is much better than mine, I think. But anywho, 카자흐스탄에서 오셨고. 카자흐스탄에서 부산으로 온 이유가 이제 바닷가가 너무 예뻐서
네.
그렇다면 카자흐스탄이 제가 지리를 잘 몰라서
네.
중앙아시아긴 중앙아시아인데
네.
Is it landlocked?
지금
바닷가에 있나요?
바다가 아예 없고요. 근데 그 나라 안에서 이제 세계에서 9번째 그 위치를 가지고 있는 나라인데 근데 안에는 호수도 있고 뭐 작은 호수가 있는데 그래도 그 호수의 그 크기가 좀 더 커요. 그리고 혹시 카스피해라는 데를 들어보셨나요?
카스피안?
네, 카스피안 씨요.
아, 네네네.
카스피안 씨 그것도 이제 카자흐스탄에 있는 겁니다.
아, I see.
네네.
아, nice. 카스피안 씨는 사진으로만 많이 봤습니다.
아, 네네.
That's really cool. Okay, so you've been in Busan for 7 years.
네.
You came to Busan to study and work now. How did you get interested in the Korean language? 이 한국어를 처음에 접하게 된 계기와 어떻게 하다가 이 언어를 배우고 싶다라는 생각을 가졌을까요?
네. 처음에는 한 2013년 때쯤 그때는 친구가 이제 한국 드라마를 소개해주면서 이거를 봐라 너무 재밌다 이러길래 처음에는 너무 보고 싶지도 않았었거든요. 제가 원래 관심을 갖는 그런 데가 아니라 가지고 그래도 주말에 시간 내고 받아 보니까 너무 재밌는 거예요. 그때 playful kiss라는 영어로 그렇게 그런데 한국 이름이 뭐 장난스러운 키스인가? 그런 것 같아요. 근데 그때 그 드라마를 보고 나서 바로
네.
그 주인공에 빠져가지고 그때부터 그 주인공과 관련된 드라마나 노래 같은 거 다 보면서 다 듣고 그러다 보니까 이제 그 주인공 말고도 한국에 대한 관심이 생긴 거예요.
역시 K-드라마에 한번 빠지게 되니 이 한류에 대한 관심이 더 깊어지고 그러면 혹시 그 주연 배우 누구였나요?
김형준입니다.
김형준.
네. 근데 지금 팬이 아니에요.
No longer.
네.
Okay, used to be but not anymore.
Yes.
Okay. 하지만 because of the K-drama and the entertainment, you got into Korean culture, the language, and eventually 그래서 이제 한국에 오게 된 거예요. 점점점 관심이 커지다가.
네. 그래서 한국에 관심이 생겨가지고 처음에는 카자흐스탄에 있는 한국 대학교 입학했어요. 그래가지고 거기서 받고 있는 교육이 좀 부족하다고 느껴서 이제 카자흐스탄에 있는 한국 문화센터도 다녔고 또 한국어 과외도 받아보니까 좀 한국어 능력이 계속 그 실력이 늘어난 거죠. 그래가지고 한국 토픽 있잖아요. 한국어 능력 시험.
네, 그죠.
토픽이 있어가지고 그때는 이제 바로 5급을 따게 되어서 바로 한국에 올 수 있게 되었던 거죠.
한국에 오기 전에 5급을 따셨다고요?
네.
That's really rare. Because I know a lot of my friends who are from different countries, 다른 나라에서 한국에 사는 외국인 친구들이 5급 안 되는 친구들이 많거든요.
맞아요.
근데 한국에 오지도 않았고 그 한국어를 다른 나라에서 공부를 해서 5급을 땄다는 거는
네, 맞습니다.
와, 진짜 많은 노력을 했다라는 게 증거밖에 될 수가 없는 것 같아요.
그런 것 같습니다.
That's really good. Good for you.
Thank you.
A lot of people texting in saying 최윤정님, 누르샷님 한국말 진짜 잘하시네요. Also got a question. 누르샤님, 김조이님 saying 쉬는 동안 여행 계획이 있으신가요?
네, 제가 여행을 많이 다녀봤고요. 퇴사를 하자마자 바로 일본 여행을 갔다 왔어요.
오케이. 근처 다른 나라들.
한국에서도 계속 이제 여행을 많이 해봤고요. 근처 나라들도 많이 합니다.
그러면 한국 국내 여행은 어디 최근에 가보셨나요?
많이 가봤죠. 경주도 가봤고 포항도 가봤고 대구, 서울, 여수,
네.
인천이나 아산이나 뭐 광주 다 가봤던 것
다
같아요.
했네요.
네.
오, 전남 쪽으로 가봤나요?
네, 그쪽도 순천 쪽으로도 가봤고요.
와우, cool.
광주도 가봤고요.
나이스. 와, 그러면 안 가본 데가 없겠네요, 거의.
거의 그런 것 같아요. 이제 강릉만 남았어요. 강릉 쪽만.
강릉.
네.
강릉 is nice. It's got a nice beach area
네.
too. It's a little different than Busan, but 강릉 is definitely worth checking out. 자, 부산 사투리가 없다는 걸 제가 깨달았어요.
그래요? 제가 서울 가면은
네.
서울 가면은 서울 친구들이 부산 사투리가 있다고 놀리던데요.
저만큼 없는 것 같아요. 근데 저도 서울 친구들 만나면 억양이 있다고 듣습니다.
저도 뭐 외국인 억양일 것 같아요.
Yeah, I have the 교포 사투리. That's what people
그래요?
say. I don't even know what that is, but that's what I heard. A lot of people say 카스피해 들어봤어요. See, a lot of people know of Caspian Sea, and it's a beautiful sea.
Yes.
I just haven't been there. One day I would like to go. It's on my to-go list. 한번 가보기.
Oh, really?
네. We had a text from Aina Zailanim saying, hello to friend from neighboring country, Kazakhstan. Aina Zaila님이 이제 러시아에 계시는 걸로 알고 있는데 여기서 또 문자를 주셨습니다.
네네네.
네. Now let's talk a bit about culture. 문화에 대해서 좀
sure.
얘기 나눠보고 싶은데요. 이 카자흐스탄이랑 한국이랑 좀 문화 차이가 뭐가 좀 컸나요?
제가 봤을 때는 한국이랑 카자흐스탄이 좀 비슷한 점들도 많고요. 좀 다른 점들도 많은 것 같아요. 비슷한 점이 뭐냐면은 이제 어른들을 존경하거나 좀 존댓말이나 그런 거를 쓰는 거까지는 비슷합니다. 그리고 문화 차이에 대해서 말하면은 제가 한국에 처음 와서 이제 신기했던 것은 뭐 학교에 바로 한국에 오자마자 바로 학교에 갔잖아요. 그때 태풍이 일어났었거든요. 오자마자 태풍이 일어났는데 학교에 도착했는데 학생들이 슬리퍼를 신고 학교에 간 거예요. 그래서 그거 보고 뭐지? 이렇게 슬리퍼 신고 뭐 학교에 가는 거 괜찮은 건가? 뭐 이런 것이 좀 신기했던 것 같아요.
비 오는 날에는 그러면 카자흐스탄에서는 사람들이 주로 뭘 신고?
아니요, 슬리퍼를 신는 거는 맞는데 근데 학교에 신고 간 거는
신고 간 게 좀 다르다.
네, 그리고 겨울에도 이제 춥잖아요. 추운데 아이스 아메리카노를 마시거나
그렇죠.
아니면은 또 다시 슬리퍼를 신고 밖에 이렇게 나갈 수 있는 것도 좀 신기한 거예요.
보통 이제 밖에 외출을 나가면 슬리퍼를 안 신는 거죠?
좀 더 따뜻하게 입고 뭐 운동화나 뭐 다른 것들도 부츠 같은 거를 신고 나갈 수 있는데 근데 한국에서 반대로 뭐 슬리퍼를 계속 신고 다니는 것이 좀 신기했던 것 같아요.
네, 맞습니다. 진짜 좀 다른 문화인 것 같아요. 최윤정님 쌤 공부를 잘하시는 누르샷님.
아니.
주브로님은 제가 생각하는 그 타이틀이 그 어떤 요즘 한국에서 유행하는 TV 쇼 프로그램 타이틀인 거죠, 장 PD. Right. 어사와 슬리퍼는 처음이지. That's catchy. I like that. That's really cool that you got to find these differences because you lived in a different country. You get to see the differences.
Yes.
이런 다른 점을 볼 수 있는 게 이제 다른 나라에서 살았기 때문에 그 나라의 문화랑 비교가 될 수가 있으니까. 그러면 음식에 대해서도 조금 많이 달랐을까요?
음식은 사실은 좀 달랐던 것 같아요.
뭐가 제일 달랐을까요?
맛이 좀 한국인들이 좀 매운 것을 많이 좋아하잖아요. 그리고 고추장이 들어가 있거나 아니면은 뭐 고추나 뭐 다른 다른 그런 것들이 들어가는 것들을 많이 먹는 거라서 처음에 제가 먹기에는 좀 매운 거였는데 지금 이제 너무 익숙해져가지고 지금 한국인들만큼은 먹어요.
오 진짜요?
네.
와 매운 거 잘 드신다는
네.
거죠?
처음에 떡볶이도 너무 매워가지고 못 먹었는데 지금
Yeah.
잘 먹어요.
오, 저는 아직도 매운 거 잘 못 먹습니다.
아 그래요?
Yeah, I'm not that good at eating spicy food. What would you say is the most popular dish in Kazakhstan? And if that's hard to say, 만약에 너무 그게 어렵다면 카자흐스탄에 놀러 가서 이 음식은 꼭 먹어봤으면 좋겠다 하는 음식이 있을까요?
사실 카자흐스탄의 대표적인 음식이 있는데 이름이 베시발막이에요. 베시발막은 그 한국어로 말하면은 5손가락, five fingers 이라는 말인데 무슨 말이냐면은
네.
이거 손가락으로 먹는 음식이라서 이렇게 이름이 여기서 비롯하는데 먹어보면 진짜 맛있어요. 이거는 안에 면이 들어가고 말고기가 들어가고 야채 같은 거 뭐 당근이나 감자, 양파 같은 것들이 많이 들어가서 너무 추천합니다. 진짜 맛있습니다.
말고기가 이제 중앙아시아에서 많이 드시는
맞아요.
육류라고 알고 있는데
네.
혹시 말고기가 어떤가요? 좀 질긴 편인가요? 부드럽나요?
제가 봤을 때는 부드러운 편인데 그리고 다이어트 하시는 분들한테 너무 좋다고 들었습니다. 왜냐하면은 바로 그 소화가 되고 또는 그 기름이 없어서 좋다고 들었습니다. 그리고 건강에 진짜 좋은 이유 중 하나가 이제 말은 원래 깨끗한 것만 먹잖아요. 깨끗한 물만 마시고 깨끗한
They're very picky eater.
네 맞아요.
네.
그것 때문에 이제 고기가 진짜로 잘 나와요.
오, interesting.
네.
그러면은 이제 말고기를 드시고 싶으시면 카자흐스탄에 가야 된다.
네, 아니면 제주도에도 있어요.
제주도에도 있고요. I think I've heard about it. All right.
Yes.
Actually, before we're kind of running out of time. Before we go. Because you have friends and family listening to this as
Yes,
well.
sure.
친구과 가족에게 한마디 간략하게
네.
할 시간 드리겠습니다.
네. 지금 카자흐로 말하고
네, 좋아요.
네. бізді тыңдап отырған баршаңызға және де менің отбасы мен достарыма жалынды сәлем жолдаймын. бүгінгі күндеріңіз жақсы өтсін.
네.
네, 이제 한국어로 말하면은 저희 얘기에 관심을 두고 끝까지 들어주신 분들께 너무 감사하다는 말을 전달해주고 싶고요. 오늘 남은 하루 잘 보내시길 바랍니다.
네, 감사합니다. 누르샤님 와주셔서 너무 감사하고요.
네, 감사합니다.
장비, do we have like 1 minute? 오케이. 이 사실 저희 들어오시기 전에 저희 믹스 커피를 만들어서 ASMR 퀴즈를 했는데
네.
혹시 드셔본 적 있나요, 믹스 커피?
그럼요.
좋아하시나요?
이거 좋아하죠. 회사에서 많이 먹었어요.
한번 마시고
네.
소감 한번 부탁드립니다.
맛은 달달하고.
It's so sweet. It's a tongue twister.
네.
Yeah.
달달하고 좋은 것 같아요.
혹시 카자흐스탄에도 뭐 비슷한 이런 믹스 커피 형태가 있나요?
있긴 있는데 아이스는 없어요.
아이스는 없고.
네, 따뜻한 믹스 커피는 있어요.
뭐 이것도 사실 따뜻하게 하고 아이스를 탄 겁니다. 네. Alright, 누리샤님, thank you so much for coming in today. 주말 잘 보내시고 백수 생활 있을 때 잘 즐기시길 바랍니다.
감사합니다. 네.
Alright, bye bye.
네, bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Nurishanim from Kazakhstan for our segment My Home, My Busan. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. It is the end of today's show. We are running out of time. We're going to have to wrap up and say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow for our weekend highlight show. The last song for today is Promise by Lucas Graham. See you later, alligator.
Promise me you'll let me come back home. Keep loving warm. 'Cause I'm bringing it all back to you. Only say you'll be there when I do. Promise you get the best of me. Only you get the rest of me. Got my mind on your waist. You're the life of my party. Got a lot to do. Can't stay in one place too long. I've been on the move. I know you've been waiting, but here's the truth. I want someone to come home to. 'Cause ain't much changed but my age. The man you love is the same. And don't you know that hearts can break easy? I give you the best of my pieces. Promise me